Hey beauties, today I wanted to do a video on contouring for round faces because I do have a round face and I like to make it look like slimmer, you know. So if you guys are interested in that, please go ahead and keep watching. Alright ladies, so today we're going to start with my damp beauty sponge. I'm using the cacao oils. I'm going to be putting a few drops and then just blending that into my skin all over. As you can see, I already have my eyebrows done just to get that out of the way. I'll be using the green color corrector for the redness and then the peach for my under eye dark circles. I'm going to be using the same blending brush to blend them out. So as you can see, now I'm going back with the beauty blender and it just makes it all look put together a little better. So with my concealer, this is one of my tips that I love. I only bring my highlight concealer to the edge of my eye. I don't bring it out to my temples, and my forehead I'll just bring it up pretty straight. I don't bring it out too much. I like to keep it very narrow because that's what you want your face to look like. You want it to look a little bit longer, so you're going to keep all the light down the center of your face. Blending it out, you just want to be a little careful and try to keep it more to the center of your face and not blend it out past that. So now for my foundation, I'm putting on a full coverage foundation, and I do go over my concealer with it just because concealer to kind of just help it blend together. Now I'll be using my favorite concealers, my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, and I'll just keep it right there in the very inner corner of my eye because that's where I want it to look the lightest. So I'm just blending that out with the same sponge. I use the same sponge throughout the whole video. So with my black opal in nutmeg, it will look kind of scary, but believe me, it works out. So I'll be doing my contour on my cheeks and my forehead and my jawline. As you can see, I'm only bringing the brush up. I'm not taking it down. And it's kind of like flicking the brush. I mean, because that's what it looks like. So as you can see right here, I'm just like blending it into my hairline. And then down here, I'm blending it all the way down my neck. To hide that double chin. So right here I'm just blending it more towards my mouth and above, you know what I mean. I'm not bringing it down. So right here I'm putting it along my temples and the sides, because you want to darken the outer portion of your face to make it look slimmer. So right here I'm using a little blending brush just to try and get it more blended. Now with whatever's left over on my beauty sponge, I'll just go over all that darkness and try and conceal it and make it blend a little better. This color does look a little too light or orange for my skin color, but I like the transition that it does. So like I'm using this as my base, and then my bronzer will be a little bit darker and my contour will be a little bit darker than that. So I just like how it kind of you know, you always want that transition, whether it be your eyeshadow or your contour. So now that it's all blended, I'm going to go in with my Cinema Secrets in the translucent powder, and then I'll be using my Laura Mercier on the rest of my. I'll be using the Cinema Secret right under my eyes, in between my eyebrows and my forehead, because it's a little bit finer setting powder. And then the Laura Mercier, I'll be using that on the other areas that I like to bake. So definitely around the nose, because that's probably like my main problem area when I get oily throughout the day. And then under my contouring, with these brushes, I'll dust it off after, you know, like 3 minutes or something, 3 to 5 minutes. So with my Bahama Mama, I'll be using that as my bronzer. and I'm just going to use that in the same areas. And I'm not going to be so precise. I'm just going to get it on there. I don't want no harsh lines. Back with my cacao oil, I'm going to use my beauty blender and put it in the areas where I am going to highlight. So now with my Mary Luminizer, I'm going to put that on my highest point of my cheekbones, down to the bridge of my nose, and then on my Cupid's bow. Now with my Hoola bronzer by Benefit, I'm going to contour my nose. I'm going to bring it from the tip of my eyebrow down to the tip of my nose. And the reason I'm doing this is you want it to have a little bit more dimension and look a little narrow. And by contouring your nose, your face will look just a little bit longer. So with my Anastasia contour kit, this is my contour gets a little darker, I'm going to use those two colors and then just try and stick to the outer portion of the face. You always want to keep like the darkest towards the outer part of the face. Right here, I'm just going to clean up a little bit, and then I'm not going to let it set or nothing. I'm just going to blend it right into my contour so that there's no like super harsh line. So that's basically it, how I contour my round face. This is the finished look after I have my eyes and my lips done and my hair down. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye!